too late when I got there. Welcome. And welcome to the show. I'm your host, Joey Wobbs, and welcome to Wobbs Sports. We did a kind of like a last minute here situation because obviously we had everyone out over at Chez's channel. Appreciate Chez for the redirect. If he ended up redirecting, I don't know. I appreciate it if he did. But hey, we're here. We appreciate everyone showing up. We're here to talk about Jamie Gittens and Pedro. I'm going to throw the link in the group to see if anybody wants to join me. And boom. All right, cool. So let's go through some of the things that are going on. So yesterday we got the here we go from Fabrizio for your Jamie Gittens. Let me pull that here we go up real quick. Perfect. Okay, so here is the pretty much the here we go for Jamie Gittens. We are at the final stages. We already got the final stages of this done. We're more along the lines of big up everyone. Thanks for coming in, everyone. We appreciate you guys coming through. Make sure you guys hit the like button. So yesterday on my channel, we did a little bit of a depth chart situation. I think I'm going to do it again just so I could see like the look of it again. But realistically, this is the signing. This is the signing for Maresca, man. Like this is, in my opinion, like this is what you do to support your manager. You get him a player that he wants. This is a player that he's already worked with and understands that he could play in his system, play in the wide areas, and give us something that's a little bit more direct than what we already have. Like that's the biggest thing here, that this player is a direct winger that we're getting at this current moment. Now, do I really rate him at this current moment? No, not necessarily. I don't necessarily think he's ready for the move. But who am I? Who am I to say? I've been wrong about a lot of these players, but who am I to say? Like when Desiree Douay got linked to this club, I was one of those people that said that he wasn't ready to make the next move up. So I don't know. I'm not necessarily like for this signing, but I'm not necessarily against it. Like I support the manager. Okay. I support our manager. I support this football club. I like what the manager's style of football is. Most games, we just don't move the ball quick enough for it to be as effective as it possibly can be. But you guys saw it yesterday when we moved the ball quickly, like when we played it back against Benfica early in that first half. When we moved that ball quickly, teams struggled against us, struggled to defend us. They had everyone behind the ball, and they were still struggling to defend us. So, to me, this is the type of signing that you do to support the manager. And I kind of want to go back and just go to do the transfer market thing again. I know you guys, if you've been on this channel already, you guys know. Okay, let's go back here. So as you guys can see, right, majority of his goals came in the first half of the season, if you actually look at it. So the first half of the season, he went, like I said, it was like a time period where he went nearly 13 to 15 from goals and assists in that first half of the season. Let me see if I can get the goals and assists up. It's okay. So basically, I am not opposed to this. I'm not necessarily for it either. I'm not like this person that's like extremely hyped about Jamie Gittens. But we also don't have many right-footed wingers. Like we don't have any right-footed wingers outside of Tyreek George. So this is their way of addressing that. Getting a right-footed left winger, a true left winger, a touchline winger. And this is what this guy is. We don't have any touchline left-sided touchline wingers with the right foot. They addressed it with Jamie Gittens. This is the player that Enzo Maresca wanted. So I'm not going to be sitting here going against what the manager wanted in the end. But we are still City B. It is what it is. We're City B. I mean, we have, what is it? Romeo, Jamie, Cole, Delap, and Tosin. That's 5 from that City team. Well, Tosin's a little bit older than the rest of those, but it's about 5 of them now. Yeah. Let's go to João Pedro. And big up. I think we should sell Felix, either Felix or Nkuku before buying João Pedro. I'm not sure about Pedro, and he seems very wasteful. Well, Vinish, Felix has links to 2 clubs already. The new Saudi club with a city that's not even built yet, the Neom, I'm pretty sure it's called, and Neom FC. And then Benfica also want João Felix for like 25 million or something like that. 25 to 28 million or something like that. But if we can get him out off the Saudi, attaboys. That's what we need. We need to get that move off the Saudi. I still think that there's going to be suitors for Nkuku. Like, people don't realize Nkuku was coming off in a pretty bad knee injury, and he's kind of coming back. It looked like he's coming back. Like he wasn't really that. He hasn't been that good for us over this Club World Cup, but he's been good in moments. Like he has. When he's without a striker, he doesn't look as good. Let's just put it that way. Like when he was playing with the lap, he looked a lot better. But yeah, I think that kind of leads me to our next subject here, and that's João Pedro. So let me pull up the news for that, and then we'll do a little bit of a little depth chart here on what it would look like on our as a squad build in the squad building sense, and then we would we'll go through some other news, like some other teams' news, because I'm just kind of interested in all transfer news right now. So understand, Chelsea have now intensified talks to advance on João Pedro. Chelsea are focused on the João deal with Brighton after signing Jamie Bino Gittens. And it's not Bino Gittens anymore. It's just Gittens. He actually got rid of the Bino part with the medical yesterday. Newcastle had 2 proposals rejected by Brighton, and Chelsea now pushing. There is more to this. João Pedro, also wanted by Newcastle, is leaning towards the move to Chelsea if they can agree to reach an agreement on a fee. Chelsea have a proposal around 58 million, rebuffed by Brighton and wanting excess of 60 million. I'm pretty sure João Pedro wants to move to London. I think that's part of what's going on here. Is like he's rejecting Newcastle to get back to London. Because if I'm not mistaken, Watford's in London. If I'm not mistaken, he spent a lot of time living in London when he was at Watford. Tell me if I'm wrong, chat. Is Watford in London? I think I'm right about that. Once again, English geography, not my strong suit. But yeah, let me pull up some more news on this. Hey, perfect. All right. As well as João Pedro offer rejected, Chelsea have also made a proposal to sign Mohamed Kudus this week. Chelsea are trying to offer players and have so far put down 50 million to be continued. This right here means that we're probably closer than people realize. And I think that there's a reason why Mohamed Kudus the links for Mohamed Kudus for other teams kind of have died down. Because I think, I'm going to be honest with you. The teams that are being linked outside of us, like Tottenham, Newcastle, they're just not as appealing. Like, it's not as appealing to join Tottenham right now with the new manager. I mean, they just ended in fucking 15th, 16th, 17th, wherever the fuck they ended. Yeah, they got a European trophy, but they don't have the same manager that won them that European trophy. So, like, I don't see Tottenham as a enticing option for Mohamed Kudus. And West Ham doesn't like to sell to Tottenham, period. Like, that's their, like, number one rival, is they just do not like to sell to Tottenham, period. The other side of it, right? The other side of it is Newcastle. Newcastle doesn't seem like they are going to meet anybody's valuation. I've been reading some Newcastle fans conversations, and they're just like out of the loop with it all. They're like what is going on? And I mean, to be honest, they kind of should have expected this once they fired Paul Mitchell before. Like they fired Paul Mitchell. Like that's a lot of responsibility for Eddie Howe. He is not only the manager of that football club. He is also the sporting director now. He's also the one picking the players. And they probably have someone helping them do the negotiations. But like that is a boatload of work. That is a boatload of work. And like this is partly the reason why I don't believe Isak moves this window. And like I don't want to like kill Liverpool fans' hopes. I do believe Isak still ends up at Liverpool. But this is part of the reason why I kind of believe that. Because like I don't necessarily think that Newcastle can afford to sell Isak at this current moment and then try to rebuild without a sporting director there. Like I just don't see how that's a smart idea in any way, shape, or form. Like I don't know how you can go along with your process of doing things if you're just going to lose Isak and then like you have to rebuild everything. Like you have to rebuild getting a new striker, getting all these other positions filled, and their targets are dwindling by the day. They've lost Mohamed. They've lost to Mbeumo, which was their first target. outpriced for that one. Outpriced for João Pedro. They're looking like they're going to get outpriced for João Pedro. We're probably going to outprice them for Kudus. Like, they're like in a really weird spot. Yo, I wonder if my chat's just frozen or what. I don't see nobody. Yeah, my chat's frozen as fuck. I don't even see the chat. You guys are chatting, but I don't see the. Yo, what's good? Let me see something here. Oh shit, JK just chopped some big stuff. Okay, there you go. Chat's back. All right, cool. Chat's back, bro. Chat's back. All right, cool. My bad. I'm so far behind on this now. So let me just gonna big up to everybody coming in, bro. Big up to everybody coming in, bro. It's gonna be a different option that for us to be able to go to have two strikers. I kind of agree with this actually. And then is that Demnet? Is that Demnet? P-Fay? Is that Demnet? The Demnet? I'm pretty sure that's you. Watford is Greater London. Okay, yeah, I was right. Okay, cool. Not gonna lie, I've been a fan of João Pedro. He's caused us problems. He has caused us some problems. Not gonna lie. You're right. What I like about Pedro is he's a fighter. He's a good finisher. I wouldn't say he's a good finisher, but I mean, as far as I know, Kudus' bid wasn't rejected. Yes, correct. It was not rejected. They're just trying to figure out how they can get the other players involved. So like I said, we didn't do some like little PSR swap, and that's it. That's it. Little PSR swap. Make sure both teams get what they want in the end for it, and I think that Kudus thing is done, in my opinion. Like I'm almost like I'm being serious. Like we're just waiting for the things to fall into place, and that's it. And Newcastle ain't getting Alonga. Like I don't know where you thinking that they ain't getting Alonga either. Like they already got rejected for Alonga. JK, I'm gonna get your chat up. Don't worry, brother. I'm gonna get your chat up. All right. 2 out of 3 of them reject. Yeah, they've already been rejected by a couple players. Yeah, I hear. Yeah, exactly, Chills. Bro. Honestly, Chills. I think João Pedro would crush it for you guys. Would crush it. Honestly, I think he would be like a really underrated signing for you guys. Like in my opinion, I think at Liverpool he would cook. He would really cook at Liverpool. Personally, that's my personal opinion. But you guys have more goal scoring wingers, so I think up top with him, it would be dope. Yep. Yeah, I would agree with that too, Chills. I would agree with that too. Yeah, I kind of figured the picture got. I hear it. I hear it. I hear it, bro. I hear it. Yellow Dean. Joey, what do you expect from Gittens next year? I feel like Chelsea should have gotten Pedro and Mbeumo. Too many project signings. I don't actually disagree with you. I don't disagree with you at all, actually. Are those ATVs or 4-wheelers in your picture? That's an adult picture. I wonder where that is. But yeah, like I would have liked us to go for Mbeumo. Like I thought that would have been a good. I think Manchester United signing Mbeumo is a quality signing. By the way, like I think he is a quality player, one of my favorite players in this league. But once again, he's not really a touchline winger. And I don't think his qualities really include him being a touchline winger. Like, just think about it when we played him. We turned him into a touchline winger, and he was pretty ineffective. You kind of put it in perspective. Just come on, Link. Just come on just come on to the channel and talk about it, because we're gonna be talking about the other teams. So just come on, bro. Yeah, we'll talk about that here in a second. Yo, big up, Sean. Nice to see you, my G. Good to see you. Rax, I would hang tight on that. To me, I don't think we need to rush it. The left back, the backup left back situation. I agree that we need it, but it's a backup. You know what I'm saying? So like, it's not necessarily something that we have to rush, but also it's like I think we need a left back and a center back, but I don't know how bad that body of shield injury is now, bro. That's the thing. I don't know how bad that body of shield injury is. I don't know. Big up, JJ. I don't know if it's news, bro. He got injured, you know what I'm saying? So now maybe it is Anselmino that's going to be getting time because he got injured. Because I personally think that he is. Yeah, he was on crutches at the end of the game. See, Sean, I think yesterday was a sign. For us. Okay, there's a couple signs to really take into consideration. The first one, Levi Colwell started in the middle, which makes me believe we're going to go look for another left-sided center back that can play both left-sided center back and left back. So a one player to cover two positions, a center back that can play left back. This is why I keep bringing Piero Hincapie's name up, or João Hato. Those are the two names that fit the profile perfectly. They can play left-sided center back, or they can play left back. Both of those guys fit the profile perfectly, in my opinion. Yeah, Cuckoo has played a lot of games. You're right. But that's the thing is like, even if you were to play in Cuckoo inverted, you still want a left-sided center back that can cover a wide space. Looks like part of the deal for Gittens. It looks like Carney Chukwumeka is going the other way. Big up. There was one name that you brought up, Deminant, that I want to talk about. Where is it? Where did it go? Did you delete it? Oh, here it is. Yo, my baller. El Haji Malik Diouf, my baller, son. He needs a team, in my opinion, he needs a team that he can play wing back at, though. Like, he shouldn't be playing fullback for a team. He should be playing wing back for a team, where he can get up and down, he can put in crosses, all that good jazz. Like, he should replace... Oh, they already replaced him. He wouldn't be a bad option for Manchester United as a left-sided, left wing back. If they wanted to go young instead of going like Premier League proven with Estupinian. What other team could he play for? Palace. If he went to Palace, it would be a perfect fit. If Al Haji Malik Diouf went to Palace, it would actually be a great fit for him. That way, he has not as much defensive responsibilities, and he could actually bomb up and down and pitch. That his ability of being able to cover ground is the most impressive part about him, in my opinion. Yeah, Me too. Yeah, I would say Hato's perfect for that, but in my opinion, Hincapié is better. He's better. Agreed. People may not look at it as a needle mover, but in my opinion, he's a needle mover. Big up, guys. Big up. Big up, yes, sir. Yo, yes, sir. The link is in my chat if you want to join me, my guy. I'm going to be going for another like half hour at least. You went to bed. I don't blame you, bro. Yeah, we'll be all right without Caicedo next game. I'm not necessarily upset about it. Let him get some rest. We got enough defensive midfielders. One second here, bro. Let me get JK got some information from the Substack. So let me get that in a sticky note real quick so we could talk about it. All right. A bit of a random point, but people were asking why Newcastle are struggling in the market. It comes down to three major factors. One, a lot of clubs in England don't like their owners. I said this on Never a Foul yesterday, that they see Saudi owners, they overcharge them every single time. I don't know what that just happened there. They don't feel like they should have passed F&P personal testing. This means they start off with initial tax. They have annoyed a few clubs by undercutting formal processes by trying to tap up players. They did something like this with Lewis Hall, but CFC brushed it off as was clear he wanted the move. Finally, a lot of international players have little clue about Newcastle. Most of them just see where it is on the map and immediately rule it out. I've heard one Newcastle target who moved to a London club instead, who thought Newcastle was Scotland due to the name, the accent, and added factor over the last 20 years that they have recognizable international stars. Save perhaps Demba Ba and Papi Cisse for African players. It's a hard sell besides Alan Shearer, who even some young players don't even recognize anymore. They haven't gotten a wow name who can pick up the phone. And a final small point, Eddie Howe is a very nice, very polite, and nice manager, a good manager, but he is soft-spoken and isn't really a sort of personality that's going to change a mind. Well. Damn. That's rough, bro. That is rough. Actually, you're right, Rax. He would have been the perfect fit. But, he didn't want to stay, bro. He wanted the first team football. He was never going to start over Cucurella, unfortunately. And, not for nothing, there isn't a left back that's like solid starter for England right now. I'm sure Miles Lewis Skelly saw that and was like, yeah, let me play left back, because he got his opportunity to get into the England team. Now, I do wonder, the domino effects that things are kind of happening, right? Of the things that are happening right now. The domino effect of oh, look at that. He wants to join us. I'm telling you, Pedro wants to join us over anybody. We still got pull, bro. People don't get it. We still got pull, bro. We still have pull, bro. Like this between London. Now we're back in the Champions League. The project itself. People see us as winning sooner than rather than later, bro. Like that's the way people see us winning sooner than the club see us winning. That's the way I like to say it. That's literally it. So people like to see us. People consider us like what, like putting us in a bracket of winning more than our own club wants to get us to winning at this current moment. Even though like we won our conference league and all that other good jazz, like our club is like relax, young team, let them build. They'll get to where we need to get to them. We trust in what we got. And bro, if any of these players don't work out, right? Pedro, Gittens, who like they're not in on these crazy. Nobody's gonna get crazy wages from us. Well, we know that already, right? No, they know that already, right? They know that they're not getting crazy wages. We don't get crazy wages out. Nobody gets near 200. Nobody gets near 200. No, near it. You have to earn to get close to 200 in this club. That's the truth. Nobody gets near it, bro. Nobody gets near it. So if any of these players don't work out, who's to say that we can't sell these guys? Who's going to tell us? Who's to say that we can't sell them? Can someone give me that answer? Because we sold Mason Mount with 1 year left for $60 million, and we sold Kai Havertz for $60 million. Who's to say that we wouldn't be able to sell these guys? All these guys are getting minuscule wage packages. Minuscule. Like that's what I'm saying, bro. This is what I'm saying, bro. Even if these guys don't work out, Jamie Gittens, everybody's reality for Jamie Gittens doesn't work out. He doesn't work out for some odd fucking reason. He's English. You sell him within the English. You sell him within England. You'll be able to make $40 million back. It's really what we paid for him, $42 million. You'll still be able to make $40 million back. 40 is not a lot of money in this fucking market. Bro, if you're an agent, right, and you see Chelsea in the way that their model is, and you believe in your player, yeah, I would push him to Chelsea. They have a wage structure of this. You'll get 80, 70, 80, 90, somewhere around that range. 70, 80, 90. That's around the numbers that you'll get. 70, 80, 90. That's somewhere around the numbers you're going to get in wages a week. You do well, we'll give you a raise. After 1 year, that's all you need to do. Play well for 1 year, we give you a raise. 1 year. That's it. Taj, the answer to this question is they'll get book value, right? Book value is whatever they have on the remaining portion of the on the contract to make their money back, so they don't take any L's on the book. That's book value in the end. But if they sell to Saudi, they'll get over book value. That's just plain and simple, because Saudi is one of the clubs that they would be going in for, and they've already made $5 million back from the deal, from the loan to Milan. So, yeah, because all the loans that we got from January, all the players that we loaned out in January, we got $5 million for. And I think we loaned out 4 or 5 players. So, yeah. Yeah, he'll be gone. He'll be gone. It's not. I'm not too stressed about that. He'll be gone here soon. Yeah, and bro. Saudi's building a city, and they're creating a football team for that city. That's what the Neom. If you guys see Neom FC, Neom FC. That city's not even built yet. Straight up, it's not built yet. It's not done. Like they have a football team for a city that's not even finished being built yet. Like, it's crazy in my opinion. But hey, they're willing to pay. If they're willing to pay, so be it. Yeah, that's okay. I'm not really sweating it, bro. We bought fucking Esteval with that money. I'm not really sweating it, bro. I'm not sweating it. Like, we bought fucking Cuenda and Neswego with that money. I don't actually. I think we can afford to, Kunle, right? I think we can afford to do something like that. But if we were going to do that, bro, it's gonna be for players like Sterling and Chilwell. That's what it's gonna be for, right? Like, because I think we can still get book value for Felix from Benfica, right? For just Benfica, I think we can still get book value for that. Like, I do believe that. My concern is the low cap strategy might make us a feeder club, i.e. players might treat these moves as a step before a big move, probably to Real Madrid or Barca. I mean, bro, everybody's a feeder club to Real Madrid and Barca. Don't you see what the fuck's happening at Liverpool? like everyone's a feeder club to Barcelona and Real Madrid. Like, everyone is. Seriously. Like, and the fact of the matter is putting these guys on 7-8 year contracts makes it pretty tough for them to just take the player. You know what I mean? Because we just hold the contract. A contract is what holds the value, right? Holds the value of the player. Period. Mafia, this would be, in my opinion, if with Delap and Gittens, if you finish the window like that, that's 8-10. 8 out of 10. In my opinion. If you were to finish the window with, let's see, I'm gonna put a poll in the chat. And then we'll move on to other subjects. We'll move on to like Liverpool and things of that nature. Oh my God. I fucking hate YouTube, bro. Okay. All right, cool. All right, I'll do this later, I guess. Yeah, I'll do this later. I just found out why I'm not monetized. Sorry, boys. Still have one more step to do. All right, Taj, let me explain to you what this means, okay? Because I see you guys arguing in the chat, but let me explain to you what it means, okay? So you have an understanding. When you sell Gallagher, it's pure profit. So the $45 million that we spent or we sold Gallagher for is worth more than the $45 million that it actually is, okay? It's probably closer to worth 80 or 90, okay? So if you spend the money on Felix, the 50 that you spend on Felix, right? And you get that pure profit from Gallagher, there's still a lot of money left over that you can spend, technically. Does that make sense? That's what works out. That's the conversation that's being had right now. Okay, like in the manner of what you consider a swap or not. All right, it's a PSR swap or an FFP swap, or whatever fucking system you want to. But that's what it is. That's what it is. That is, Jerome, that is with a left back and a center back, bro. That is. This, Hincape covers both of these. Hincape plays left back and center back. And he's proper at both. Agreed, bro. Agreed. He has the same agent as Caicedo. Let me. I'm gonna do a poll real quick. Let me. So it's Hincape, Pedro, Kudus, Magnan, Gittens, Glap. Great window. Uh, 0 to 2, 3 to 5. 6 to 8. Now let me do 6 to 7, and then 8 to 10. All right, that's what I want. I want you guys. I need to answer the question. If this is the window, right? Let me pull this back up. Okay, well, let me pull CAA Mafia's thing back up. If this is the window with Delap and Gittens, what do you rate this window as? I want to see what if this is the window with Delap and Gittens, what are you rating this window as? While I roll my joint real quick. Come on, chat. I need answers. And while you're at it, if you haven't subbed to the channel yet, right? If you have not subbed to the channel yet, please sub to the channel. We're on the road to 1K. I think we're less than 50 subscribers away from 900. Please sub to the channel. Every weekend, we do 2 shows a weekend. During the week, we do 2 shows during the week. That's including, or actually, I'll say 3 shows during the week, including me and Link's show. Last week, we took a break from Wobb's Link because it's not much going on. But we'll be back this week for Wobb's Link. So, once again, I'm going to ask the question again. If you guys have not hit the poll, please get to the poll. I want to know if we got Gittens, Delap, and these 4 signings, what would you rate the window? I know, Dave, but I'm not necessary. I just want to see what the thought process is. Hey, congratulations, J Money, on the dub, by the way. Well deserved from OKC. Well deserved. And I'm happy it was you guys and not the Pacers. If you know, you know. I do. I do, actually. And he's more dangerous in transition than any of the players that we have. Yeah, we just brought that up, J Money. We just brought that up just a bit ago. All right. It looks like João Pedro. Oh, look at that. Bayern Munich tried to offer really important money for Jamie Gittens and hijack the Chelsea deal, but the player wanted Chelsea only. Both. Both is the answer to that. The answer is both. Neto is very dangerous in transition. I'm a Knicks fan, so fuck the Pacers. Big up, Brian. Nice to see you, my guy. Hey, guys, make sure you guys, if you guys haven't, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, bro. We do this we do this in the morning twice a week, and I'm coming out with a show with me and Jimmy called J&J Smoke Session. We're going to be doing we're going to be doing this on the weekends, every weekend. So, like, you guys will be entertained. Believe me, me and Jimmy will entertain you. We will be entertaining you, bro. All right. Yep. I've been saying it's parallel to the Chelsea model for over a year. So, Robinson, welcome to the club, bro. Leo, no. The answer is no to that question. So, just quickly, right? So we might as well do a couple other things, right? Villa are selling their women's team like we did to get out of PSR issues, bro. To get out of PSR issues, they're selling their women's team. So, like, this is like this. They don't have to sell Morgan Rogers, and Morgan Rogers is their prize asset. So there's no reason for them to sell Morgan Rogers at this point. None. He deserves every penny. Yep. Agreed, bro. Agreed. But we did what we had to do. We did what we have to do. Let me pull up some other stuff real quick. We'll talk a little bit about some other teams. This is the one I wanted to talk about. I didn't, J Money. I was asleep I slept throughout the afternoon. I'm not even going to front. I streamed all day yesterday, and then I just passed the fuck out. This is the one I wanted to talk about. Because yesterday I was on Never a Foul. I was telling them, I was telling people, I was like, what's your expectations for this Nunez sale, right? Like, where do you think, like, how much is it that you're looking to get? And people were telling me 50, 55. And I kind of didn't believe it. I'm going to be honest. I didn't really believe that 50, 55 number that people were telling me, right? And then this came out this morning. Like, they wouldn't spend more. If you guys know Napoli, they're not spending more than 40. By the way, Lorenzo Luca is a good fucking player, by the way. He is a good fucking player, that Lorenzo Luca dude. They are definitely, like, Bro, I think the book value is like around 60. Like that's how much they owe left. Like I think that's what they want. They want around 60. And I just don't I don't see I don't see I don't see how they get 60 for him from anywhere. If he doesn't want to go to Saudi Arabia, right, which has been reported that he does not want to go to Saudi Arabia, I do not see where they get the money. And without them getting this money, I don't see how they get Isak. Or get a striker, period. Like, I don't see how you can get a striker, period, without selling either one of Jota or Nunez. And it seems like the more likely position to be moved on from, in my opinion, the more likely position to be moved on from Liverpool is left wing. Now, especially with Bayern, Bayern want a left winger, and they have Diaz and Gakpo as the options that they would go for. I don't think they would swap Osimhen. I don't see it. Bro, here's the thing. If they go get Luka, then what? They're not gonna go get Nunez. Like, they're the same kind of player. Yeah, I just don't see them doing that, though. You see what I'm saying? I just don't see them doing that. Why would they do that? Think about it. If they can go get Lorenzo Luca for 30 million, which is about the number that they'd be able to get him for. It's about 30 million, right? If they were to go get Lorenzo Luca for 30 million, all right? They still could sell Osimhen for 60, 70, right? Yo, big up Atletico Madrid fans. Yo, thank you for coming in. I actually should ask you the question. This is like the only other team that I could think of that Nunez could go to. Have you guys been linked much? I know that there was links beforehand, but have you been linked recently? That's the question I have to ask you. Have you been linked recently to Nunez? Because we're on the subject right now. That's the only other team that I remember them being linked with. I think Robinson, the other striker, is João Pedro. If we sell Jackson. Yeah, I think the other one is Pedro. Oh, I don't think it would be Ekitike. I just find this very interesting. I find this a very interesting situation. I mean, CFC unit, I don't know how long you've been a part of this channel, but me and Link have been cooking Victor Gyökeres for fucking 8 months now. Literally. It's been like fucking nearly the entire year. I'm like, yo, I don't really trust this Victor Gyökeres guy, bro. Like, I personally, me, I don't trust this Victor Gyökeres guy, bro. My heart. Oh. I thought you guys just signed some players that are for those positions, though. Just thought you signed. Oh, that's hurt. That hurts, bro. I could see that happening too. I could actually see him going to Atletico Madrid. Definitely could see him see that happening. Yeah, leave him alone, man. I don't know. I thought you guys were going for Romero, not Piero. Whatever happened to those Romero links, Atletico Madrid fan? You guys get priced out or something? Because I'm pretty sure it's only 10 million in difference. Yeah, I agree. Oh, you still want Romero with Piero? Because you already signed a left back. It's interesting. Let's go through. Did he double post this? Yeah, he did. Oh, I forgot they signed this kid, this Diego Leon kid. All right. The next subject for Liverpool. As soon as Jarell Kwanzaa is completed, Liverpool will activate center back options. Mark Gahey is on the short list for months. He's appreciated by Liverpool as well as some of the Premier League clubs. Diamande can be his replacement at Crystal Palace. Just run us RPs then. If we're not gonna go for them, run us RPs. That's what I'm saying. Just run us RPs, bro. That's all that matters to me in the end. If we're not gonna go for them, run us RPs. That's the way I see it. Victor Gyökeres. Someone's getting fleeced. Someone's getting fleeced. I'm gonna be honest. Whoever buys this guy, someone's getting fleeced, bro. I'm just saying. Someone's getting fucking fleeced. I think this has Romelu Lukaku written all over it. Not like the interview, but like this, like the what he's going to look like. He may get 20 goals, but he looks like shit. You know what I'm saying? Like he might get like a decent amount of goals, but he's going to look like shit. Like that's kind of the way that I see it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but isn't Ruggeri a left back though? I'm pretty sure Ruggeri is a left back. By the way, top quality window. Johnny Cardozo is a good footballer. Alex Baena. Bro, Alex Baena. Top quality window, bro. Top player. Top player. He's going to be awesome for you guys. Awesome. Top player. One of my favorite players in La Liga that are not at Madrid or Real Madrid or Barcelona. Top player. It might be us. Nah, I don't think so, bro. Paul Winstanley blew the chance for us, bro. Blew the chance for us. Because Winstanley's the one that didn't promise him any game time, promised him game time at Brighton, and then he ended up in the Brighton B team. And then they ended up selling him to Coventry. Something about this guy doesn't sit well with me. Something about this guy doesn't sit well with me. But yeah, you can't have sympathy for this, bro. Get things on paper. This is a good point. I didn't even put this in perspective. That is a good point. And we've already taken some people from that. We taken their two youngest stars pretty much. We went and we're like, all right, who are your two best youngsters? We're taking them. Thank you very much. It's kind of the same thing with Osimhen. They're kind of in the same bracket here. It's like you go to Saudi at that age for that price or you don't. It's that simple. Yeah, bro, I've been telling this to people for a while, bro. This league is not good, bro. This league is not good. Okay, let me put it into perspective for you, just for a second. Okay, I believe there are teams in the bottom half of of Portugal that would lose to Wrexham consistently. Like if Wrexham played some of these teams at the bottom half of Portugal, mind you, Wrexham is a team that just got promoted into the championship. These teams at the bottom of the league would lose to Wrexham consistently. Consistently, guys. Consistently lose to Wrexham. Like if he bags, bro, it's going to be like Lukaku where like he bags, but the game's not pretty. Like he's not pretty on the eye. Nothing's like, it's nothing wow. He's doing some tap-ins. He has a couple decent goals, 15-ish, 17-ish goals. All right. That's about like, I think the top of what you're going to get from him, in my opinion. Bro, this is the way I like to see it. Our kid, all right, the Brazilian league is higher rated than the Portuguese league in Europe, in world football. The FIFA rankings. I can pull up the FIFA rankings right now. In the FIFA rankings, the Portuguese league is a lower rated league than the Brazilian league. I can pull it up if you guys don't believe me. I can pull it up if you don't believe me. I can. It's not a problem. But when Esteval goes 30 GA as a 17-year-old in the Brazilian league, it's considered, oh, he's doing it against farmers. But this guy scores all these goals against teams that don't even have logos. Teams that don't have logos. Pull it up. All right, no problem. Brazil, Serie A, ahead of Portugal. You want to know something crazy? It's about a 2-point difference between Brazil, Serie A, and Portugal, and it's about a 2-point difference between Portugal and the championship. It's marginal, right? But it's the same margin it's the same margin. It's about the same margin here between Portugal and the championship. Why is it a joke? They're the team that was just in the Champions League final. Serie A has been in multiple finals in the last European finals over the last few years. Serie A. And they have, yes, and because it's the entire league EPL turf. So after the first two teams, and after the first two teams in La Liga, not a lot of the rest of the teams made it far in competitions. They don't make it far. La Liga teams don't make it far after the top three. They don't make it that far in European competitions. They don't. It's just that simple. We just played Betis. That's it. Betis, but this year Madrid was knocked out early. Barcelona was knocked out early. Well, not early. They were in the fourth. They were fourth, but you see what I'm saying? Serie A's made it further over the last few years in all these competitions. Europa, Conference, all like they've just made it further. And to be honest, same with Bundesliga teams. I mean, we just had Dortmund in the Champions League final not just a couple years ago. In the semis, just a couple years ago. They're Bayern's always in the finals. Frankfurt won Europa. Like, it does. The numbers make sense, man. The numbers make sense. It's all Clay. It's based off of how many internationals, how many like internationals are in the league, like global internationals, right? Like they play in for their international team, right? It's how competitive the league is in point tally wise, close to close. How do the bottom half teams play against the top half teams? Like there's a bunch of shit. There's a bunch of shit that lays this. Yeah, but you see how Benfica line up against some of these Brazilian teams on when it comes to that's fine. But what does the bottom half of the sport of the Portuguese league do against the top half of the Portuguese league? How many of those teams have international players in the Portuguese league? These are all things that are considered when it comes to the global rankings. Because otherwise you can't compare them directly. You could only compare European teams to European leagues American teams, CONMEBOL leagues to CONMEBOL league. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the only thing you could do. Exactly, bro. Exactly. But yet, last World Cup winners are Argentina. I don't know why they keep on disrespecting the league like it's not something like Julian Alvarez and Enzo Fernandez weren't starters on that team. They didn't just come directly from the Argentinian league. No African leagues? The problem with African leagues is they get rated so fast, bro. They just get rated so fast, bro. There's like Algeria's down here. That's the problem with African leagues, bro. Any good players get rated by French and actually like the Danish league and things of that nature that they just get rated so fast, bro. Am I doing any watch alongs? Probably not. Probably not. Christian Mosquera. All right, so I did want to have a quick conversation about this player. I watched a good amount of him recently, in the U21s. This guy, he's a very athletic player, just like overall, like very athletic. It's like, but IQ wise, defensively, I'm not. I'm not sold. I'm not sold. Okay, like too many times. There's too many times where he lets a runner run right in behind him and he can't cover the space. Like, as for athletic as he is, like that is something that I noticed right from the get go. Right from the get go when I watched him. Okay, a lot of the times, right? A lot of the times, if you got a guy who's willing to run in behind him, he's getting dusted. And he's a fast player and he's getting dusted. Like, just not understanding that there's a player behind him. We used to see it a lot from Chalaba too. Chalaba used to have a late runner would come and Chalaba wouldn't recognize it on time. And that is big red flags. Like, it can be fixed over time. He is a young player, right? But that is a big red flag. Big red flag. So like I wouldn't put him in the level of any of the other I wouldn't put him in like the Hoyson category, in my opinion. Like, he's not like that level of center back. I wouldn't even put him at Levi's level. Who's a good player I could put him at? I'd put him at about Calvin Bassey's level. Physical, dual winner, aerially, but just missing a piece defensively. You know what I'm saying? Just missing a piece defensively. That's the way I like to describe it. So, like, if they get him and he's supposed to be the Saliba replacement because that's the position he plays, is right-sided center back, and like they're eventually preparing the fact that Saliba is not going to resign, then he has to, in my opinion, he's better suited to play like a wide center back spot. So he has the cover in behind him with the center back. That's where I think he would thrive if he played more of a wide center back. So then he doesn't have to worry about inside runners in behind him because he has a guy in behind him, worrying about the guy that's running in behind him. He only has to worry about what's in front of him if you're the wide center back. Do you see where I'm going? Do you guys kind of see where I'm coming with that? So, like, good physical tools. Just mentally, defensively, the mental aspect still needs work. Because that's, as much as you guys want to hate, as much as you guys love these physical demons, defending is 95% mental. If you're in the right place at the right time, you can defend anybody. Pretty much. If you're making game-saving tackles, you're in the wrong position. That's it. That's defending nowadays. People think defending is, he made this game-saving tackle. It was bad defending in the first place that he got past you because you were in the wrong spot. That's why John Terry and Thiago Silva can play until they're nearly 40. Because the mental side was always there. And that's the point that I'm trying to make. Okay. Not a bad player, though. Not a bad player. Especially for around the number that they're looking at. Good deal. Good deal, in my opinion. This is a good deal. 20 million. Young player. Eventually will be in the Spanish international team as a bench player. I don't think he'll ever crack into the top part of the international team. To be honest, it might be beneficial for him to switch nationalities. It wouldn't surprise me. There is a lot of competition in that Spain squad. So he does need to make a move for him to have a chance to even get a chance. He needs to make a serious move for himself to ever make himself a known enough commodity for him to get the game time in that Spain squad, in my opinion. But with Kubaras, Sheen, Hoyson, he's never going to see the field. That's just the reality. That's my opinion. And Asensio behind him, like he's still behind Asensio, even with Asensio's bozo gene. Like him, Asensio playing at Madrid, he'll never get the chance until he gets a. Yeah, I think it's only a matter of time that it's going to be Kudus for Nani eventually. Like we already kind of talked about it. He was born to Colombian parents. Yeah, bro, he'd be an instant starter in Colombia. Walk-in instant starter. Instant starter, bro. He literally would be the day one starter if he wanted to go. And he has a chance to. He hasn't been called up to the first team nationals. But he would be going to the World Cup if he claimed Colombia. He'd be going to the World Cup. At least I know that for a fact. I know that for a fact. He'd be going to the World Cup if he claimed Colombia. So we'll see how this one plays out. Not a starter, so not too big of a deal in my opinion. But yeah. Hey, there's Ruggeri. I don't actually know a ton about this player. Steve really likes him. I have not done my research on him. I don't know if I will do my research on him. I think I'll just decide to watch him when he plays. But we'll see. Dominic Calvert-Lewin is going to be available. Manchester United? Anyone? Speaking of Manchester United, they're going to be stuck with everyone, bro. I don't think Manchester United fans know how much of a fucking problem their situation is right now. Like after Mbeumo, like they're in a big problem. I'll pull up some news here in a second. That I saw. Oh, this is the one I wanted to talk about before I ended the stream. So Nick Woltemade, do not believe anything you see from Fabrizio Romano on this. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm going against Fabrizio. Actually, you know what, Dave? Fantastic call. Very good call on that, actually. I could definitely see that happening. And they got a good midfield now. I think Diarra and Enzo Lafia is actually a cold little midfield. It's a good enough midfield to potentially keep him up. That's how highly I rate that combo. That combo right there, Diarra and Enzo Lafia, is a good enough midfield to keep him up. Especially with the way that Brentford's moving right now, bro. I did not expect Brentford to stay up, bro. Bayern opening bid after preparing an opening bid. But like I said to you people, do not believe that this deal is going to go through. Okay? You see? We approached them. Yep, except Bayern fucked it up. Bayern fucked this up so badly, bro. They fucked this up so badly, bro. Bayern submit opening bid for Stuttgart Nick Woltemade tomorrow. It's currently very unlikely that there will be a quick agreement after Bayern's first offer, as the two clubs' expectations are very far apart. The limit of what Bayern are willing to go to is 50 million, while Stuttgart's initial asking price is 100 million euros. Negotiations are expected to be tough and lengthy. They fucked this up. If they just waited until after yesterday to start this negotiations, this deal would have been very quick. Very quick. It would have been done very quickly. Okay? very quickly. But once again, Stuttgart isn't a team to get cucked by Bayern, okay? There's going to be a tax on this team from the way that they move. There's going to be a tax. Plain and simple. There's going to be a tax. The only team that does not tax Bayern is Hoffenheim and Dortmund. Those are the two teams that don't tax Bayern. They don't tax them. Hoffenheim, they just took Tom Bischoff and said, Stuttgart, what's it called? Leverkusen told them to fuck off. 150 for words or fuck off. See where I'm going with this? The expectation for this deal was supposed to be $40 million. That was the expectation for this deal. Big up, bro. Big up, bro. I appreciate you, G-Man. Appreciate you. That was the expectation for this deal. It was supposed to be $40 million, bro. $40 million, bro. $40 million. Jamar, great question, Jamar. Great fucking question. Let's keep scrolling down. Because plus you got they're saying they're gonna use him like he's Thomas Muller, bro. They're not gonna use him at all. When are you gonna use him? When Kane doesn't play? Yeah, all right. On Tuesday, there was a meeting in Munich for Weltamade deal. It was approved. Ulis Hoeneß is a dickhead. I'm just gonna keep saying Ulis Hoeneß is a dickhead because he is a dickhead. On Thursday night, Max Eberl called Stuttgart, personally informed him about the interest. Salary about 6 to 10 million. Stuttgart bosses are upset because Bayern spoke to Woltemade behind their backs, and they only heard about the agreement through the media, despite Eberl's calls afterwards. So they fucked with Stuttgart before this is Stuttgart's gem. They bought him from Firth for $2 million. He came onto the scene and scored 17 goals. Last year he scored 2. Last year he scored 2. You see, this was my worry right here, and when I told you guys this, when I spoke to you guys about this deal earlier when this first came up, my biggest worry was Stuttgart was never going to give him enough money for him to be able to stay. That was my biggest worry about the deal. So unless they were going to give him around 4, I thought 4 million was going to be the number that was going to take for them to actually keep him. Okay. They ended up giving him half that, right? Because we're penny pinchers at Stuttgart. In my opinion, we're penny pinchers. The club agrees it's set to accelerate. So the person that I know that has ties to a lot of Stuttgart players out in Germany, he told me that Stuttgart aren't gonna budge on this. They said that they'd rather they got this player for £2 million. They'll let him sit the fucking bench. That's what they said. That's what I was told. They bought this player for £2 million, €2 million. They'll let this player sit the bench. or they'll sell him somewhere else. That's what I was told. That's what I was told. Yo. Yo, son. Yo. Oh my god. Exactly, bro. Just pay like it. I think they'll pay the 50. I think eventually Stuttgart will take the 50 from him, like by the at closer to the end of the window when they find a replacement. But they're not going to take it right away. I also think that the longer this goes, the more willing Will Tamade would be willing to go to other places. But I don't understand where he's going to play. I just don't. I actually don't know where he would play. All right. I think that's it for the day. I don't really have much more to talk about. Yeah, he'll eventually probably push for the move. You're right, but I don't know if it's. I don't know. I don't know if where he plays, bro. I don't know where the fuck he plays. Like Bayern just buy to buy, bro. They don't have a plan for any of these fucking guys. Yeah, for that number, for that 50 number, you're right. For that 50 number, you're right, bro. They could offer Nkuku for around that 50 number. 100%. Is that starting right now? The Messi versus PSG? Let me see real quick. Yeah, that's about to start right now. Oh no, it starts 20 minutes. Yeah, I'm not waiting 20 minutes. If it started right now, I'd probably do a watch one, but I'm not doing 20 minutes. All right, everybody. I hope you guys have a great Sunday. The one thing I'm going to tell you guys is this: the window is going to start moving very fast after Monday. Okay, after Monday, we're going to see a window that's going to start moving very quickly across Europe. So be on the lookout for moves to start happening, and we got to win against Palmeiras on the 4th. So big up to everybody in the chat. Thank you for guys joining me. Make sure you guys like the stream, subscribe to the channel. We're nearly at 900 subscribers, so let's get me to a 900 subs. We'll be doing this every weekend. Every weekend I'm here on my own, or I'll be here with Jimmy. So if you guys like this kind of content, just make sure you guys are letting me know. All right, make sure you guys let me know, and through the comments. And if you guys are on playback, watching this on playback, I appreciate you guys even the most, because I appreciate everybody who watches this, not just the people who are watching me live. I appreciate you guys even more so, and I love the comments that you guys leave for me. So please do so, and I hope you guys have a good rest of your Sunday.